Hi! Sellers, have you ever felt like you're not getting all the showings for your property or feel like you're missing out on possible showings? It's quite possible you are missing out on a showing request. I'm going to show you an app that is an absolute must-have in my professional opinion, not just for agents, but also for sellers. And it starts right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolzenthal with eXp Realty and SoldByBrett.com. ShowingTime is an app that's used by thousands of agents throughout the country. ShowingTime is an absolute game changer because you're going to know instantly with the ShowingTime app when an agent like myself puts in a request to see your house or to show your house to one of my prospective buyers. Rather than having to wait or leave multiple messages, as many of us agents do, only to not get phone calls back, which is very frustrating for us, and I'm sure it's frustrating for you as well. So let me just give you a brief showing of what to expect with ShowingTime. So in ShowingTime, for an example, we jump on here, and I'm going to go through the MLS. I'm just using two different areas, particularly Green Bay and Appleton. No particular agent names or companies at this point for respect and integrity levels. But as we go down the list, you're going to see there's a little showing icon. It's purple with it looks kind of like a half a clock or a quarter of a clock. And as we go down the list, you can see right away, okay, that one doesn't have showing time. These three do. That one does not have showing time. Okay, here's another one. No showing time. Bunch of them with showing time. Bunch of them with showing time. Okay, another one. No showing time. 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 You kind of get the idea. Okay, now here we go. You can see vast majority of them all have showing time. But now we get to a few. We're closing in on a $300,000 price range. And some of them have price reductions. Could that be why you're not getting the showing request? It could be, because you're not going to know. You're relying on a person out there to actually make the phone calls to you. Now you hope that, all things considered, that if they don't have a ShowingTime app, that they have some kind of customer service that works 7 days out of the week and is available to get back to you. But with ShowingTime, it's 24/7. That you're going to get these alerts. Now, I'm not normally one that's up at 3 o'clock in the morning setting up showings, but I could be. And you're going to get the alerts of the showing request. So the moment you turn back on your phone, whether it's an iPhone or Android, you're going to know that somebody has requested a showing for your house and when. The cool part is, if the showing time doesn't work, you may also have the ability, depending on how it's set up, to propose a different time. But either way, you're going to be the first to know about the showing request for your home. That's how big ShowingTime is. ShowingTime adds a lot of peace of mind for sellers. In fact, ShowingTime Appointment Center reduces stress for sellers. Why? Because you're going to get feedback reports also after we've shown your house. Pretty cool, right? So you're going to know if somebody's thinking about maybe putting in an offer, maybe some of the recommendations they might have in terms of some improvements that they think your house could use to show better. So some critical feedback things. For an example, what does the buyer like about your house? What does the buyer hate about your house? You want to know it all. So as you can see, this app just kind of gives you a general idea. Now this is kind of more of what it looks like also on the agent side, where we can put in the appointment requests and you're going to get the alerts to it. But on the far side, it's going to be able to show you the time, the date of those particular requests, and again, the ability to reschedule showings if it's enabled by your agent on there. So it gives you a little bit more control, but you're never left in the dark wondering here if there's actually a showing request for your home, because you're going to know the moment the showing request comes in. Okay, so it's kind of a big deal when you set up a showing on your property and the agents, if you don't have a ShowingTime app, don't return the phone calls. That's a big deal for a lot of us agents, and unfortunately, we run into it quite often. And so here's an example. Now this is a Green Bay agent, and this is not to pick on Green Bay agents in particular, but this particular Green Bay agent was called not once, not twice, but sent messages and called up to 20 times. And how many times did they call back? Not one time. That's a very, very big deal. And in order to put the real in realtor, you actually really have to answer the phone. Correct me if I'm I'm wrong. Any thoughts? Well, maybe the agent's out of town for the week, or they're on vacation. No, obviously if they've had something happen to them where they're sick, potentially in the hospital or been in an accident, obviously, hopefully that is the case. But in that particular case, you hope that somebody else can fill in. But if this agent is also the broker owner of their own office, and they don't have an assistant call center, and especially don't have showing time in this particular case, you're kind of out of luck, you know what I'm saying? Because now you've got nobody representing the seller, nobody's going to get a hold of you, and you're kind of left in the dark. And that's kind of a problem, because we as agents run into this all the time. We make many phone calls on a daily basis to schedule showings on houses like yours. And so often we are stuck with a voicemail, worse, a voicemail that's full.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
And you can't even leave a message. And so then we have to send a text message, of course, because that's the only other avenue we got other than email, and hope that they get back to us. But time and time again, that doesn't happen. And now our buyers are forced to move on because we can't get in to see your house. So showing time solves that problem. Another prime example of that is another Green Bay agent. Again, I'm not picking on Green Bay agents, it's just one that came to mind. It happens in Appleton, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, throughout all of Wisconsin for that matter. I'm sure we're not the only state that has these issues. But in particular, you're trying to get in a showing prior to the weekend, scheduling it for the following week, and you've called, you send text messages, and same thing again, no call back. That's kind of a big deal. And that's not to say that in this particular case with this company out there that is doing that should reflect on all their agents. But if that's the kind of service you're going to get, it just, case in point, shows why it's so critical to make sure that your agent has showing time. Because it's kind of, maybe, a big deal to get into your house and to get a showing request, and for you to know that somebody might actually want to show your house, right? You want to know that. You're the seller. That's why you've hired us to sell your house, is to show it to buyers and allow other agents to show it to the buyers. There's always a person that would like to double-side both ends of the transaction, which is awesome if you've also allowed everybody else to show your house. But in all fairness to the sellers, you should have the opportunity for every agent and every buyer to show your house, because which one's going to bring you the highest and best offer for your needs, not ours, but for your needs, is what really matters. So, would I personally hire an agent to sell my house if they don't have some kind of call center that works 7 days a week, or have, particularly in this case, showing time or something very similar to it? I don't think so! No! It's a big deal. Your house matters, every move matters, and you matter. So make sure when you're interviewing an agent that your agent actually has showing time or something very equivalent to it, because it is an absolute must-have for sellers. I'm Brett Bolzenthal, once again with eXp Realty and SoldByBrett.com. And if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, or you're thinking about looking for a career in real estate and would like to join eXp Realty, give me a call. PM me, DM me, text me, email me, whatever it may be. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button over here. I'll be coming through with more videos in the near future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Once again, I thank you so much for your time, and I hope, like always, you have an amazing rest of your week. Boom!